Hi, my name is Hannah and today's activity is based off of one of Heaney's most popular and well-known poems, Blackberry Picking. So obviously it's going to include blackberries. If you live in an area where blackberries grow and it's the right time of year, that's brilliant. You can go out and pick a few and gather them for free, and if not, you only need 5 or 6. So maybe ask whoever's in the house if it's okay that you borrow just a couple for this activity today. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to just be playing around and experimenting with painting with blackberries. So we're going to need a paintbrush, and also we're going to need a straw. If you have a reusable straw, that's brilliant. And we're going to need paper, preferably white paper, just as it will show up better. And then most importantly, we are going to need newspaper. Newspaper is purely to protect the space you're in, cover the whole workplace that you're going to be doing this, and also if you are wearing something nice, put something over that as well. The blackberries are going to stain the white paper where we want them to stain, but they will also possibly stain the newspaper and your clothes if they get on them. So just to be sure, protect everything. And last and best of all is we're going to need a fork or a spoon, something to mash the blackberries. So let's get started with the fun bit. So I'm going to start with a spoon, and as you can see, it's already squirting out there now, like that's the burst of flavour. You can just imagine it. Now I think I'm going to need the fork to get a little bit of the smaller pieces. Here we go. This is going to be messy, so I hope you can have as much fun as possible by wearing something that you can get dirty and just make a mess. And there we go. Now, what you typically would do next is strain it. So if you had a strainer, you put it through that and collect the liquid. As you can see, it's like a purpley liquid that we've gathered at the bottom of the bowl here. What I'm going to do is just have fun with that without straining it, but if you want to strain it to make it a little bit easier to use, perfect. So, like as you saw when we were squashing the blackberries there, they burst, and that's really what I think of when I read that poem. It's just that burst of flavour, whether it's sweet, whether it's sour, whether it's tangy. You can feel it at the back of your mouth there, nearly in your jaw. It's just a sense of flavour. So what I wanted to really do is just put bursts of colour and flavour on this sheet using blackberries themselves. So it's going to be just an experiment of colour, so however you want to do it. As you can see, I'm just doing random strokes with the paintbrush and it's just bursts. It's however you want, and there's no wrong way, whatever burst looks like to you. What also I'm going to do is see if I can get a bit of the liquid, because I'm not worried about ruining this. There's no mistakes on this page, and see what happens when I use a straw. And that's just kind of blowing away some of those to get some interesting patterns and colors. So if you keep going and just test, again, this is going to get messy, but if you hold back the paintbrush and just see what happens when you flick it on, all these different types of burst and splatter and all these great words. And it's just fun to see what you can do with fruit and things that you might have around the house. So it's a real quick activity, and I'd suggest using seeing what colours you can make with the food and fruit you have. I could really do this all day. And I hope you enjoy it as well. Thanks for joining me for that just a little quick activity that you can do at home, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks.